Mother. We got some breaking news and we need to talk about. We're also going to get a little bit of Lions news in this video, why I'm doing a second one here. Before we talk about this bad breaking news, if you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Why is that? Because I'm doing Lions content every day. Hit that sub button. Detroit Lions place rookie safety on injured reserve and add a new quarterback. The Detroit Lions announced on Monday evening that they have placed rookie safety Dan Jackson on injured reserve. Jackson suffered a leg injury during Sunday's practice and did not return. This is our draft pick, a rookie draft pick there. We were expecting him and hoping to compete for the safety position, the safety number 4. Develop him, right, to have a good, promising young player in the back end who is another injured player for the Detroit Lions with more injuries added to the squad here. And again, it's on defense. Dan Jackson on IR. Man, oh, man. That's just going to the fact that the Lions just got some bad luck sometimes in regards to injuries on defense. I don't know what is going on here. Now, it's not like he's a starter, so it's not the end of the world at all. Let's make that very, very, very clear. We were not depending on him to be a significant contributor to the Detroit Lions, but as a depth piece and as a young player whom we just drafted, it's discouraging. Because Miles Frazier is injured as well. And obviously, we've had so many bad injuries on this team, and we're tired of the injuries. Give me a one-word reaction to Dan Jackson going to IR right now in the comments. Again, this is not the end of the world at all, period. There was even a chance that he may not have made the roster, right? There was a possibility, but either way, say if he was to make the roster, he would have made the practice squad. So I think he would have made the roster for sure. But we do got good. We do got some good depth. And it's like Whiteside too. There's been some players out there that's actually done some interesting things. But it also goes to the fact that Ennis Rakestraw is injured too, who's in the secondary, who we talked about that. Now we don't know the extent of it. But yeah, he is injured. So it sucks for Dan Jackson. It sucks for his development. We're talking about a late-round draft pick. Now, he was already having a hard time making the roster this year. Now he's got to get healthy and come back and try to even make it next year. The odds of him making it is going to be significantly down. So that's really bad for him. It sucks. It really sucks. But the line's going to be good. This is not going to hurt the Detroit Lions itself. It's not really going to hurt that much. Just a little bit of depth, right? Because I thought he would make the roster. I had him making the roster, the 53-man roster, so it affected the depth. Some may not have. But, I mean, it's still bad news. It still sucks. It still sucks. We just drafted this guy, and that's the worst. Miles Frazier, he'll come back in this season, right? We'll eventually see him practicing. He's not done for the whole year, so we get to see it. But it kind of just feels like a wasted draft pick when something like this happens. And obviously it's not no one's fault. It's just bad luck. And that's just the way that it's got to be. So it's just been bad luck for the Lions in regards to injuries. And hopefully the luck can change. And also there's news going around that a lot of players are unhappy with their Madden rating. And I got to tell you, I don't really care about this type of stuff. I honestly don't even play Madden. Maybe like once in a blue moon. Not like a game dictates how good or bad you are. Like it's a video game. So I know a lot of people get up in arms about that, but I definitely wouldn't be. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Do you guys get up in arms about that type of stuff? I'm very curious. I wonder if I'm like maybe I am the one who is completely out of this. And Lions, as you know, is having Hendon Hooker start. Now, I heard earlier that it could be them demoting Kyle Allen. I don't really know much about that. I think it was just probably was going to be this way either way, if he did good or bad. But you'll have an opportunity, Hendon Hooker, to really win this job. He has a real opportunity here. And if he doesn't win it, that's his fault. That's his fault. Matthew Stafford, now this is going to affect the NFC. Matthew Stafford's spine has been bad. It's week to week dealing with a back injury. Now remember, I talked about before we traded him, when he broke his back, he fractured it, that could be something that would affect him down the road. Why? Because I know what it's like. Now it could really affect the Rams season. Because if he's 37 years old, he's not young. That can make it interesting because we do face the Rams this year. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo is their backup quarterback. And he is not as good as Matthew Stafford. So if the Rams, if they deal with this, because it's going to be something that's probably going to plague them throughout the whole season, it's definitely going to affect the Rams and how they play. That is crazy. Now we're going to get into these rumors here. Here's the deal. I haven't even seen the trade package, but I'm going to tell you the trade's not going to happen with Micah Parsons. So this is the trade. Lions receive Micah Parsons and a 2026 fifth-round pick. The Cowboys receive a first-round pick, a second-round pick, a first-round pick, a third-round pick, and Marcus Davenport. No chance that this happens. Micah Parsons wants to have a gigantic contract. He wants to get paid. He's going to get paid probably the highest, right? We got to pay Aiden Hutchinson. How is that possible? It is not possible. And I actually think them trading Marcus, that would be a terrible idea. That would just end a lot of these good players that we have in this team. You wouldn't have the Laporta, Brian Branch, hell, Hutch. Like, how would you be able to do it? It doesn't make any sense. And then you're giving up so many draft picks. So then you're giving up assets that were great in the draft. Look what we did here with Isaac Tesla. He's looking like he could be a Puka Nacua 6th-round steal. St. Brown, 4th-round pick. Ali McNeil, 3rd-round pick. Hassanin, 6th-round pick. Do you want to get all that up? Brad Holmes can draft these guys. He's made some mistakes. Broderick Martin's a mistake. Every GM makes a mistake. This would be a terrible idea, and I would be pissed if they did this, and they're not going to do that. Not at all. I would rather risk having Marcus Davenport, honestly, with the injury risk, more than this risk. I think that this would be something that would doom the franchise for years. It would really doom them. You're giving up 1, 2, 3, 4 draft picks, but you get one back, so you're giving up 3 draft picks and Marcus Davenport. That's a bad trade. That's a bad trade. So I just want to break this news to you and then go over the latest rumors and news. I don't believe that's going to happen. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. With that said, folks, adios.